Welcome back to part 2 of our 12 emoji Afghan, where we are going to focus on the expressions of our emojis. The first one we're going to do is the standard happy face emoji. So for this, you'll want to grab one of your yellow emoji circles with the standard eyes right here like this. Get your crochet hook with your black yarn. Turn the emoji upside down, and in this row in between the first, second, right here between the second and third row, there's a dotted line round right here at the bottom in the beginning of the double crochets. That's where we're going to insert our hooks. So let's go in, attach our black, and again we're just going to go in and out of this dotted round and just single crochet. I think that's about right. I don't know, maybe another 2. Sometimes what I do is I bend it, I fold it, and then I see how many more stitches I have to go, and I think maybe one more should do it for this smiley face. Then I'm going to chain 1, cut my yarn, pull it through, tighten it up a little bit, and I always keep a smaller crochet hook on standby so I can pull the yarn through easier to the back. And then we just tie it in a knot, because either I'm going to do another circle for the back part, or I'm just going to sew these on, so I don't have to worry about doing a whole other 12 circles, which I did in the first one. But I think in this one I'm just going to go ahead and sew them back on. And so there you have it. I'll be back for our second emoji. Okay, so the materials needed for the second part of the emojis is going to be your crochet hook, whatever you were using to make these initial circles, some scissors, about 24 inches of a turquoise or light blue, some white yarn, red yarn, and black yarn. Also, if you want, you can use a pin cushion to hold some of the expressions in place before sewing or while sewing. Another tip for a straighter smile for those emojis that have the standard smile is if when you're turning it upside down, and say you're going to start right here, most of the smiles start in the second round. If you fold your circle like that and then put another a pin on that side, then you'll know when to stop. When you crochet your standard smile around here, you'll know to stop there, and then when you flip it, it's going to be pretty straight. Just a tip. Okay, so our next emoji is going to be the heart eyes emoji. So we're going to need a plain yellow emoji circle and then the 2 hearts from video 1. So grab those, which I have here. Some of these I got a chance to sew in the ends and some I didn't. And for the back of these, I just tied them into like a double or triple knot, and I just cut them. Just like that. I already did knots in this one. So we're going to know where the center is, because see how we tightened our magic circle there. So we want to go about there I don't know if I want that on the top, so I'm going to push that one upside down. And once we get that first heart on, then we can pretty much figure out where that second one goes. So I like to hold mine like that and then just start doing a basic sew from the back to the front. Leave a little tail there for sewing, and then I kind of just do this double yarn sew in and out of the stitches. Very general, very easy. Sometimes the back threads, the two little tails, get caught. And just pivot the emoji head. And then I don't cut the yarn, I just automatically start attaching that second heart. And then just do the same thing. All the way around. Super easy. I'm kind of holding it like that just to keep it sturdy, and so the heart isn't moving all the way around. And then finish it up. Now you can go around this as many times as you want. I think it's pretty sturdy. And I just usually flip it and then just tie my knot. Snip my yarn. And there you have the two hearts. Now we want to grab our black yarn and our crochet hook, turn the emoji upside down, and then I'm thinking from here to here is where I want to do my smiley face. So we attach, oops, and then go right into that dotted line in between the rounds, and in and out with a single crochet. Ooh, that looks like where I might be. And join the round so it's a little snug. We'll get it worked out. And then turn it around, and oh, got a couple more stitches. I think that first one I could have went another round to begin with, but they don't have to be perfect. Rustic is just fine, and I'm good with this one, so I'm going to chain one, snip our yarn, get our small crochet hook. Sorry about that, we're too close to the end of this. And once again, tie your ends in the back, and then there's your heart eyes emoji. Moving on to the next. Okay, so the next emoji we're going to work on is, I'm not sure what this one is. It's the closed eyes with the straight mouth. Maybe content, sigh emoji, I'm not sure. So for this one, you're going to need just a plain yellow emoji. And this one's going to be pretty easy. We're just going to do some lines straight across. And I'm only doing it once. I know on some of these I've been doing it twice. And I'm going to do it all in one sweep. So make sure they're both even. And then I'm going to come out here. And probably go here. And then for the mouth, I'm going to move down some stitches and go there and come out there. And there you go. The next emoji we'll be doing is the oh my god face, or I guess it's all in an interpretation. But this one is real easy, and we are going to need an emoji with the standard eyes. Put that up there. Grab one of these emojis. So what we're going to do next is get our magic circle. And we're going to chain 2. And then we are going to put, looks like 6 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to pull our tail to tighten our circle, and then we're going to slip to the top with the first double crochet, chain 1, cut our yarn, which was already cut, and then sew that on just under where your magic circle is. Okay? The next emoji we're going to do is the sleepy emoji, and we will need our turquoise or our blue yarn. So go ahead and get a plain yellow emoji circle, and I'll leave that up there for reference. What you're going to do is the exact same as the other content emoji that we used, and that's just going in and out. Please pause the video if you have to, and then play so that I can show you how to do the mouth. Okay, so to do the mouth for the sleepy emoji, we need our magic circle. We're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and then we're going to do 6 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to pull the tail to tighten that up, slip into that very first single crochet, and then chain 1. And we are going to sew that right here. So to make the Z's, we are going to get our blue yarn and needle together, and if you need to pause the video to do that and come back, you may do that. Okay, so for the Z's, they go from small to medium to large, and it kind of goes off of that. So I didn't want my Z's to do that, so I kind of just tried to make them fit as big as I could. So the way that the pattern calls is you go in from the back to the front for your little Z, like kind of close to the eye to my right, which is probably your left. And what I did is I did the line across, and then I went down, and then I did another line across, and then I went back here to the beginning of that second line that we just did, and then I went back up here to this corner to do our Z, and then I went up here to do the medium one. And you know, it doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be identical to mine, just so you know, they look like Z's, and the emoji looks like it's a sleepy Z, I would say. And then maybe right here. Oh, that's the big hole. And then back to the beginning of the one line that you just did. Then you join them. And then I'll do the big one down here. Do the second line. Do that back there. And then go back up. And there's your Z's. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. And I'm going to sew the little mouth right here. And then I'll be back for the next emoji. Our next emoji is going to be the red circle emoji, the super mad one. And basically you should have already had these done, the standard eyes, and we're just going to put some lines here for a frown and then a zigzag for the frowny mouth. So get your yarn, your hook, your sewing needle with your black yarn, and we're just going to go above the eye, probably over here, and then just do like a slant. It's not going to be a straight line, it's going to be slanted because he is frowning. And super simple. And I'm going to go all the way over here and put it through the very top of this, but not in the big hole, like kind of in the yarn. And then come back close to that second one. I'm going to go ahead and cut my yarn and then sew that after the video. And then I'm going to show you how to do a zigzag frown. So start anywhere, I say in the third round, and go straight down, then go up and back down, whoops, then come over, go back up here to touch that, then back to touch that, right there, touch, and then back here, to our final one. I might do one more, just straight up. And there you go. Just cut your yarn, tie them, and then there's your mad face. Our next emoji is going to be the sunglasses emoji, and if you want to take a plain yellow, we can get started on that. Get your crochet hook and slip knot with your yarn hook. With your crochet hook. We can get that started. Okay, so we're going to use that as guidance. We're not going to put the smiley face yet, the lips, because we need to find out how the sunglasses fit before we flip it around and do the mouth part. So I'm going to put that up there, move this out the way. To start the sunglasses, we are going to need to chain 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Then going back on the chain, we are going to single crochet 1, half double crochet 1, double crochet 1, treble crochet 1 in each of the next 2 stitches, and then we're going to go backwards, double crochet 1, half double crochet 1, single crochet 1, and then we're going to slip to the next stitch, and then we're just going to repeat that, which is a single crochet, 1 single crochet, 1 half double crochet, 1 double crochet, 1 treble crochet in the next 2 stitches, a double crochet in the next stitch, a half double crochet in the next stitch, and your last stitch you're going to single crochet. Well, that one kind of closed up, so I'm going to have to, it's a little snug. There we go. Now what we're going to do, it doesn't look like much now, but we're going to flip it over and then just do chain 1 and then a single crochet all the way across. Which is going to be the chain row. I know it's kind of hard to see because it's black yarn. I apologize for that, but you can see the chains in which to single crochet. And in that last stitch, just going to slip. And there you have it. There's the first part of your sunglasses. Now, this is completely optional. As you can see, I outlined my sunglasses with the red. I just did a slip stitch all the way around, which, like I said, is optional. And then what you would do is just sew this on. But if you're going to add the red, you need to do the red trim. You will need to attach your yarn and then slip stitch at the top of each stitch all the way around. And then when you go to sew, you're going to sew in this area with your black yarn when you attach it. Now, after you, whichever way you decide, you're just going to flip your smiley face, and from there, in the second, I think I did the second round, is where I did my smiley face. So again, that's up to you if you wanted to add the red trim on your sunglasses or not. And there's your sunglasses emoji. Okay, so we are done with our 5 rows of 8 single crochets. So from here you want to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to fasten off. That's going to be the top right here. These are going to be 5 chains for the top 2 ties, and then the bottom 2 ties are going to be 3 chains. So we're just going to attach our work in the corners, or our yarn, and then do those chains. And we're just going to attach like that, just tie on. So we need 5 chains over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fasten off, and now we're at the bottom. So we already have this tail. we just need to chain 3. So take that tail, 1, 2, 3, pull it through, and then go to the opposite side, attach your yarn, we're just attaching as a tie-on right here, and then I didn't want to, I'm gonna actually, because this is kind of a big hole, I'm gonna just insert my hook through both of them. Or at least try to. I tend to be a tight crocheter sometimes, so it doesn't look, so hopefully it'll blend in. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing or not. Here it goes. 1, 2, 3, and then tie. So here's our mask. Let's move that out the way. And then what you're going to do is attach it. It's okay if you crocheted like too many chains, that's fine. You can just pull it through the back right here, so long as it fits. And we're just gonna sew that on. Sew this on up there, so that up there the bottom ties as best as you can to match the opposite side. And then there's your sicky face emoji with the surgical mask. That should be all 12. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe. I will be adding more emojis to the emoji series. If you subscribe for free, you'll be notified every time I upload a video. Please like the video if you enjoyed it or end up doing the Afghan and like your project. Please also share with somebody else, a fellow crocheter that would also enjoy this project. Again, thanks for watching. I appreciate everybody's support. I apologize for any confusion, and together we will crochet it forward. Alrighty then, so our last emoji, which I would say is probably the most tedious emoji, which is why I saved it for last. Not so much the mask, just the ties. Nothing too bad, just take some patience. We're going to use our last emoji, which should be with the standard eyes. So if you want to grab that, there's mine. And to start our mask, we are going to need our white yarn and about a 5 to 6 inch tail, which will come in play later. So if you want to pause the video and get that, come back. I will be waiting for you. Okay, to start our mask, we're going to chain 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we're just going to single crochet going backwards, which will give us 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then our last single crochet. We're going to chain 1, turn our work, and then single crochet 8. We want to do this 5 rows of single crochets with 8 single crochets in each row. So get that done and I will meet you back. Okay, so the next emoji we're going to do is the super smile emoji showing all your teeth. So grab one of your yellow emojis with the standard eyes and some white yarn and latch onto your crochet hook. I will move that up there, and we want to start our smile with a chain of 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then moving backwards on the chain, we are going to single crochet 1, half double crochet 1, double crochet 1, 2 trebles in the next stitch, we're going to repeat that, 2 trebles in the next stitch, a double crochet, a half double crochet, and then a single crochet. So it's okay if it's going to curl up. We're gonna fix that. So we're going to chain 1, turn it upside down, and then, as like we did with the sunglasses, we're just going to single crochet all the way across into the chain, the initial chain, I'm sorry. And then when you get to that first above the first single crochet, we're going to change our color to black. So we're going to cut our white, and we're going to go through this first loop for the color change to make it smooth. We're going to attach the black. And then what I like to do is tie this, not into a knot, but just tie it once, just so to secure it so it's not moving all over the place. And then from here, we're going to single crochet all the way around in each stitch. I'm sorry. No, we are not. I stand corrected. We are going to slip stitch very loosely. My apologies for that. All the way around, because if we did the single, which I tried when I was making the pattern, it looks very exaggerated. I didn't like it. So again, we're just going to single crochet very loosely all the way around, just to define the lips. Make the white smile stand out a little bit. And then when we get to this corner, we're going to slip twice so our work doesn't curl. There's a little snug. And then now we're back at the beginning where we will slip one more time. And what I did is I just went on ahead and kept the black yarn on, and then just sewed it with my black. Attached my needle, and then just sewed it with my black along here 2 times. So do that, and we're finished with our super cheesing Colgate smile emoji. Moving on, our next emoji is going to be the blowing you a kiss or blowing you some love emoji, and for that one we'll need a yellow standard eye circle. So if you want to grab that. Also, we're going to use our 3rd heart from our first video, and then also chain 13 for the pucker lips. So if you want to do that, and meet me back here. Alright, so what I've done is I went on ahead and pinned mine together. I went on ahead and pinned the heart over here on this side and then pinned my pucker lips, and then I pulled the ends through so I can tie them at the end. And then again, we're going to do as our whistling video, is just with one string as opposed to the double, one yarn as opposed to the double yarn on your needle. We're just going to go through all the way down. I usually do about 2 or 3 down here at the end, and then come back up, and then also take your red yarn and then sew the heart on, and then you'll be done with that one. The next emoji we're going to do is the whistling emoji with the lips and the standard eyes. So if you want to grab one of those real quick, what we'll need to do is take your black yarn and chain 16. So if you want to pause the video and do that, and then when you come back, I will show you how to form the lips. Okay, so we're back, and what you want to do is take one of the ends of your 16 chain and then just start to form the lips, which is like, as you can see, one loop right there and one loop right there. This is where I suggest to get your pins and at least hold them in place until you get to that sewing part, and at least that way it's not going to move. And then all you have to do is take your ends, if you haven't already cut them, and then just make sure that they're going to go evenly and you don't have like crooked lips or anything like that. Whistling lips, that is. And then just take your sewing needle, oops, didn't go through, and then get some black thread, and then just sew with a single and not a double all the way down here, and then come all the way back, and then turn your work and tie it, and you'll be done with the whistling emoji. Our next emoji is going to be the winking tongue out emoji. So what I'll need you to do is grab one of the plain yellow emojis and pause the video after you do a standard eye, and then flip it to do the smile, and I'll show you how to do the winking eye and the tongue. Okay, so we're ready to do the winking eye, and I did not cut my yarn, it's still attached. And what we're going to do is probably, we don't want to come like right straight across. I would say somewhere in the middle right here would be just fine. And we're gonna go like kind of diagonal, and then down here, come back, whoops, probably should have tie those ends, and then come out here. This is probably didn't, let's see if this works. And there you have it. So there is your little winking eye, and what I'm going to need you to do is grab your crochet hook and your red yarn. If you want to pause the video and get that, that'd be great. We're going to start with the magic circle. No, excuse me, not the magic circle. We're just going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to go back and single crochet 2, 3. We're going to chain 1, turn our work, 1, 2, 3. This is our third row. We're going to chain 1, including the chain row, and then single crochet 3 more times, chain 1, turn your work, and then on this last one we are going to single crochet 3 together to give it like a little curve, the bottom of the tongue. And then chain 1, cut your yarn, try to leave as much you can to sew. And then we are just going to sew it kind of underneath the bottom of the smile, the black smile, and then remember to form it as a little tongue when you're done.